What up, YouTubers? It's your boy, the Visionary. Welcome to another episode of Fireside Chats. Yo, I'm up like mad late, yo. I had to do this video. Like I guess, not sleepwalking. I was just up and I went down. And I usually like either turn on the TV or like read a book to put me to sleep. So I turn on the TV and I get the C-SPAN congressional hearing. In discussions about the new gun law legislation that they're trying to pass, right? So you have Feinstein at the head of this shit, trying to push this shit, and she's been pushing for the banning of like semi-automatic weapons like for ages, yo. That bitch is ancient, yo. She needs like disappear. So they're discussing it, and there's two sides. You have the Democrats and Republicans. Basically, the Republicans are generally pro-gun, the Democrats are anti-gun. And you know, like I have to say, like in this particular issue, I have to like side wholeheartedly with the Republicans. Like I'm not a gun person per se. Like I like weapons. I like knives and swords and crossbows. That's my shit. That's what I like. But the next best thing is a fucking gun. Like I give them that. Like it makes you feel powerful. It gives you a sense of a sense of strength and yada yada yada. Whatever your motivation to getting a gun, I support it wholeheartedly. Even like hardcore murders, killers. Like you know what I'm saying? Like. I don't believe legally they should have it, but I understand their motivation to having a fucking gun. So, on both sides of the divide, you know, you got the Democrats are, like, mad emotional. They're trying to, like, hit people in the gut. They keep bringing up 9/11. They keep bringing up fucking, the Newtown shooting and this and that. And in the discussion, I have to side with the Republicans because, like, they give you factual information. Like, they're letting motherfuckers understand, like, yo, listen, studies have been done. There's studies that have been done, and there's actual independent analysis of gun violence for like the past like 20 years. And in those studies, you know, you have where they passed gun laws, gun legislation, and those laws lasted for like 10 years. Because what happens is they let the laws expire, and then they go, okay, we're gonna bring them back up for discussion, and then we're gonna have them re-sign. So. With the gun laws like going out of, I think they call it the sunset time limit. They went off, and during the time when they had the gun ban on, crime actually went up statistically. It went up in almost all areas. You know, gun crimes went up with regular handguns, and gun crimes with guns that are semi-automatics went up all across the board. So the Republicans are giving them the facts. Like, yo, listen. This is what happens when you ban guns. Here's the statistics. Here are the scenarios that we want to talk about. Number two, the most important part, it's you will be curtailing everyone's Second Amendment rights to bear arms. And we really want you to stop being emotional and really think about this. And then the Democrats on their side, they're really trying to play the whole kids thing. Like the last part I saw was one of the dudes, supposedly he's one of the parents, and he was holding up a picture of the baby of, I guess, his kid, probably like 3-4 years ago. And he's like, yo, this is my kid. This is like our first Christmas together. And it's like, yo, seriously, stop trying to hit people's emotions. Because it's like, they know logically they don't have an argument at all. You know what I mean? Like, they know they don't have an argument at all for this, period. They know it's just a random incident. They know it's just something so random, and then they're going, oh, you know, we want to take all the guns away from everyone, so everyone will be safe, and it's so much bullshit. My thing out of all of this is the people who are anti-gun, I don't think they fully understand what they are doing. Like, they don't see the bigger picture. They don't see the agenda being pushed. They don't see how there's been a subtle and a progressive move towards a totalitarian state, a fascist state. I mean, you have 9/11. For all intents and purposes, whether you believe it's an inside job or whether it was an actual terrorist attack, it happened. What happened? What did the government do in response? They said, you know what? We're going to start passing new laws. The biggest one was basically the Patriot Act. Oh, we're going to take away your right to privacy. You have no privacy now. Okay, next. He goes by. He does his little thing in his office. Then you have President Obama. What does Obama do? Oh, you know, we're going to pass the NDA. What is that? Oh, basically you have no due process. You have no protection under the law if we consider you a terrorist. Well, how do you consider me a terrorist? That's to our discretion and that's it. Really, that's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? Then he passes another law. what was it? The NDRP, the National Defense Resource Preparedness Act. Yes. What is that? Oh, basically, in times of peacetime and war, we can declare martial law and take your property. Your property is now ours. Period. If you get the chance, look up that law. That shit is real fucking serious and it's really deep. There's other things to it, like we have the ability to create workforce camps where we can put you, we can conscript you to work in these workforce camps for free and shit. And you know, there's so much things that's part of that. It's basically like saying we've taken away property. You have no property. Under this law, the president can say, "Listen, you have no property. That's it. You have to work for the government." Yada yada yada. And I look at this like, wow. Like, who the fuck lets them pass these laws, these executive orders? That's basically what they are. And no one questions them. No one says, listen, you're kind of getting OD. You need to, like, step the fuck back and, like, let these orders, like, disappear. Like, you don't need this much fucking power. Period. Then you have the other laws. You have CISPA. Then you have, the Monsanto law, the Food Safety Modernization Act. The whole shit where you can't sell produce that you grow in your backyard to people because it'll be illegal or some shit like that, and you have to pay a fine and get a license and all that crap. And it's like, yo, y'all need to stop. Like, seriously, just fucking stop. There's no point in you passing this law at all. And it's like they're trying to it's like they're trying to control every aspect of life for no fucking reason. You know what I mean? And it's like creeping fascism. And, you know, outside of the creeping fascism, people need to understand, and I'm saying this to my white brothers and sisters, yo, white people, y'all need to understand, y'all have done a lot of bad shit. You know what I mean? Like, a lot. And society as a whole, wherever it is in the world, wherever there's crime exists because there's an imbalance, there's a corruption in society. That's basically what it is. The corruption is between the have and the have-nots. The have-nots are basically like, yo, we are suffering, we don't have access to resources, we're going to commit crime so we can get those resources. The haves don't understand this. They think shit is all nitty-gritty. They think it's all, you know, peaches and cream, and therefore whenever crime happens, you have a choice. You can do no. A lot of people don't have a choice. Like, when motherfuckers is robbing people on the street, that's because they can't get a fucking job. You understand that? They're robbing motherfuckers that have the actual money, who have the access and fucking resources, who have the excess fucking funds and shit to be robbed in the first place. And that's what happens. That's where crime comes from. There's an imbalance in the system. If you address and redress the imbalance in the system, then you'll have less and less crime. But they don't seem to figure that out, period. So now they're trying to blame the guns, like, people are flipping out, and yada, we need to get rid of the guns, you know, because therefore we want to feel safe. You know, no, like, you can't have it both ways. Either you redress the imbalance or the corruption in the system, or you leave motherfuckers with the guns and back the fuck off, period. Like, you can't have it both ways. So it's like, on that note, they need to, like, go back and understand civics. They need to go back and understand how things work. Because I think a lot of people who are in government don't understand how shit works. They pass laws trying to, you know, legislate shit away, and it doesn't work. Period. It just never works. You have to look at the French fucking Revolution. We're in the stages of a society where shit is going to fall apart, and we're going to have another fucking revolution. We're going to have another French Revolution. Because right now, I swear to God, I feel that if you're in Congress and Senate, except for a few people, you need to have your head chopped off. We need to get rid of you, period. Because that's the only way to deal with you. That's the reason why, behind everything, why they're pushing so hard for these gun laws. Because they took away your privacy, they took away your due process protection under the law, they're taking away your ability to have property, because property is power. They're trying to take away, you know, your right to access the internet with CISPA. They're trying to take away your right to grow fucking food and sell it to fucking people. And what else? Now they're finally trying to go, yo, you know what? We're going to basically say, because of this supposedly random shooting, we're going to take away your right to bear arms, period. And you know what's funny? I find about watching the congressional hearings, I find it kind of funny how people never really address the elephant in the room. The real fundamental reason why the Second Amendment was created and written into our Constitution. Like, they never really, like, they keep saying, for self-defense. but they keep toting that as, oh, it's a self-defense issue. No, it's not a fucking self-defense issue. That's one of the facets of it, but the real issue behind it is, hey, we wrote this amendment so that the people, if necessary, if they are faced with a tyrannical government, they can, through violent force, overthrow their tyrannical government and put a new form of government in its place. Period. But everyone skates around that. They don't mention it. It's all about basically it's all about self-defense. It's not about the real reason behind the Second Amendment. It's like everyone is trapped in this like hazy fog of political clout. Like it's like cognitive dissonance. Like they don't want to admit the reality of why the Second Amendment exists, so they block it out of their mind and they try to use replacement meanings or replacement definitions for why the Second Amendment exists. Because if everyone truly understood why the Second Amendment exists and really looked at the entirety of what the fuck is going on, the subtle slide toward fascism, the subtle slide towards totalitarianism, then they'll start to realize, hey, wait a minute, I have no privacy. That was because of 9/11. Patriot Act. Hey, NDAA. I don't have due process. So if I'm anti-government and the government or some agent of the government says, yo, we think this guy's a terrorist, you get disappeared and you don't have a right to a lawyer or anything or any type of protection in the law. Wait, that's not right. Hey, what? You can take my property by what, word of the president? Oh, it's wartime? Oh, it's peacetime? You can take my property and put me into a work camp? Forced labor? Like, really? Holy fucking shit. Hey, wait a minute. My internet? Like, I can't look at certain sites? You can give my information to other motherfucking people? Like, really? Without my consent? Like, wait, something's wrong with that. Something's really fucking wrong. Hey, I can't grow my own food and sell it to people I know? This is illegal now? Are you fucking serious? Hey, wait a minute. You're trying now to take away my fucking weapons, my guns? Yeah, something is up, but most people are not looking at the bigger picture. People need to look these laws up, know what the fuck is going on, and get involved. Like, dead serious. Dead fucking serious. Because they're going to keep passing these fucking random laws, and it's like, yo, pretty soon, you're not going to be able to breathe without them saying so. Without you having a fucking license. On some real shit. Alright, that's it. Thank you for listening, YouTubers. Peace.